Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamila and this channel is about skincare, travel, lifestyle, and anything inspirational that I can post. I'd like to help others. So today I want to talk about my big move to Atlanta, okay? I need to start posting more so you guys can keep up with what's going on in my life. I really want to get more involved on YouTube. But I know that this story, my story, can help somebody, so let's get into it. Recently, I have decided to move to Atlanta. I have been living in Baltimore for 10 years. I have been in the beauty industry in Baltimore for 9 years, okay? So you can only imagine how nerve-wracking it is for me to move not only myself, but my business to another state. However, I am from Georgia. I'm from Savannah, Georgia, which is about 4 hours away from Atlanta. And I have built a little bit of clientele in Atlanta. I have friends and family that are in Georgia as well. So I feel very supported in my journey. However, I do want to talk about people's opinions. And if you're trying to move or you're trying to do something in your life and you have a lot of negative feedback, I want you guys to just don't listen to it, okay? And this is why I say that. So as I'm telling my clients and my friends and my family, and just associates in general, people that I'm going to be moving to Georgia and I'm going to be specifically moving to Atlanta, some of the negative feedback that I got was like that Atlanta was saturated. Why would you go there? You know, everybody's doing what you're doing down there. And let me tell y'all something, okay? When you have a gift and you are good at something and you are passionate about it and you are, you know, just good at what you do, you can take that talent anywhere you go. It does not matter. It does not matter who is doing what. It doesn't matter, because you're going to stand out and you're doing what you're doing and you're following your own path, and you're not, it's like you're driving down the street and you're focusing on the road. You're not looking this way and looking that way while you're trying to drive forward and see what's ahead of you, right? So I just want to say that because I'm a very strong person, and when people give me negative feedback, I don't listen. I don't listen to people, and I want to share that with you all. Please, when you're trying to maneuver and you're trying to do things for yourself, please do not listen to others. When you know you have a plan for yourself, you have sat and, you know, looked at the pros and cons, just don't listen to people, okay? I'm going to be making this move in September. I plan to make this move in September. It's May right now. I announced in April that I'm going to be leaving. So I'm kind of prepping people. I'm making posts about it. I'm constantly reminding my clients, and my clients feel some type of way. You know, I do corrective services. So people don't want other estheticians touching their face, touching their private areas. They just are not open to it, okay? But they're gonna have to be, because I'm not gonna be able to come back every single month. I could, but I'm going to be focused on being in Atlanta and trying to build my clientele there and trying to reach my goals in Atlanta. So I'm thinking about doing the pop-ups, but for now I'm really trying to stay focused. I'm really trying to stay focused. So I can say during this journey, it's just very interesting. It's very interesting. I really want to do laser as well. In Maryland, we are very limited on the services that we can provide. We're very limited, okay? I'm gonna just say that. And if you're a Maryland esthetician watching this, you know that, okay? We have to work under a doctor to do a lot of different things. It's like we went to school and paid $13,000, $12,000 for nothing, because they don't want us to do like damn near anything, okay? I'm very tired of that. I want to grow, and I feel stagnant here in Baltimore, and I feel like there's also a certain type of clientele here. And in Atlanta, I want to be in a city that is known for beauty, like beauty services. People, you know, I feel like they'll be more prone to spending their last in a city like Atlanta or like Houston or anywhere where beauty services are really popping. Here in Baltimore, it's like I feel like people are really scrummaging for their last. And that's completely fine, because look, we already know with my previous videos, I have videos about bankruptcy and stuff like that. Money is hard to come by. So, but it's a business move. So I need to be able to be in a city where I can grow and thrive. And that's what's been on my mind. And I also want to say this. I want you guys to become spiritually inclined. What I mean is, listen to your intuition, your feelings. You know, I am very in tune with just the energy around me. You know, I believe in God, so I believe that God leads me into my path or where I'm supposed to be. When I made this decision, I had prayed that more. I remember praying that morning and saying, okay, God, if moving to Atlanta is the move, I need signs. I need to know, because I knew my lease was about to be up at my shop, and I was actually looking for a storefront, and it did not feel right within me. It didn't feel right. I was going through the motions. I actually got involved with some guy that was supposed to be helping me get a loan. He seemed like such a I don't know, slick dude. I don't know what he had going on. I ended up ghosting this dude. But when I started that process, I ended up encountering him, and then it was just I just constantly felt like it wasn't the right thing to do. And it's been already slow in my shop for months, since August. And I'm like, I don't know that a storefront is the right thing to do. So I started having thoughts, because I already said when I was living in Baltimore for 10 years, I'm like, I want to move to Atlanta, because I already had the connections there. And so here I am manifesting and saying these things. You guys have to speak and say things that you want. I have always said that out of my mouth, oh, I'm going to move to Atlanta when I live in Baltimore for 10 years. It's 10 years now, and my lease is about to be up at my shop. So it's opening doors for me. And I just sold my house. You know, those other bankruptcy videos, you can see that I sold my house. So now I only have a studio apartment to worry about. And that lease is up in August. So I prayed, and the next day I got a few different signs within that week, okay? Actually, within the same day, I was in the kitchen talking to my landlord, because we share a common area. And she would often ask, oh, how's Atlanta going? She hadn't asked anything about Atlanta in a while, because I used to go to Atlanta every other month and do services. The day that I prayed and asked God, what should I do? She just randomly out of nowhere asked me about Atlanta. She said, because I told her how business was going. She asked me how it was going. I said it wasn't going too well. And then she was like, okay, well, I hope things get better. And she's like, well, when is the next time you're going to Atlanta? Out of nowhere. I'm telling you, she had not said anything in a while. And I was just like, it's so funny you say this, because I'm actually thinking about moving. And then she started to tell me a story about her when she was a florist, and, you know, how things aligned, right? And things will happen the way that they're supposed to. I constantly try to feel the energy and feel if something feels right. If it don't feel right, I'm not going to do it. Okay. And I feel like I'm at this point where, oh, I've done all I can do here. It's time to go. And my parents were in Cuba when I had to make this decision. If you guys know anything about Cuba, they have 3G service. You can barely talk to anybody. Okay. You're just out there and you barely have any phone service. So I confided in my parents about a lot of stuff, and I was unable to get their opinion. I really had to figure this out on my own. So that was that day my landlord said, you know, how's Atlanta going? And then my dog's groomer texts me out of nowhere the next day and says, hey, I want to let everyone know it's going to be my last month grooming, because I'm going to be moving to Atlanta. And I text her back, of course, well, girl, me too. Because I was just like, wow, this is unbelievable. And then I also talked to another friend that same week, and we were texting, and I was telling him how I think I'm going to be moving to Atlanta. And he was like, me too. This was the same week that I prayed and asked for signs, and I just felt like those were my signs. This is what I personally felt like, because of just being in tune. Okay, so I just really want to say, always stay in tune, always, feel things out. If they don't feel right, don't go forward with it. If it does feel right, go forward with it, and don't care about what anybody has to say. So this should be interesting. I am actually going to be downgrading from the 2 rooms that I have here, which are connected, as you can see. These rooms are connected. Those rooms are These rooms are connected, and then there is a separate room in the hallway I'm going to downgrade to. So in my mind, I am trying to consolidate things, put things in storage, and it's just blowing my mind that I'm about to do this. But I'm excited, and I'm ready for a new journey. I'm ready for a new start. I'm so excited. But I'll keep you guys updated. This is part 1. When I downgrade to my 1 room and I have my going away party, I will probably combine that in a video. I'm going to have a going away party on May 21st so I can utilize these 2 rooms before the lease is up for these 2 rooms, because I have 2 separate leases. And I'm going to have someone come and record my going away party, okay? So thanks for watching this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please, if you haven't already, click the subscribe button, and I will talk to you guys soon.